Grant, can we get a beat breakdown? Jay Harrison, can we get a beat breakdown? Satellite, can we get a beat breakdown? My whole top 3. I need breakdowns, please, please, please.
What's up? My name's Jack. I go by Jay Harrison, and today I'm going to be showing you how I made my beat that got second place in Kenny Beats' last beat battle. So let's just get into it. So I saw a lot of people saying that, oh, there's no way he could make this in a day. Like, you know, it's pre-made, all this kinds of stuff. And I got something to tell you. You're like an eighth right. So I pre-make a lot of my loops. So whether that's percussion or instruments or just kind of whatever I'm working on at the time, I just sort of record stuff while the inspiration's there and then just sort of use those as samples to pick through. So in this case, I've got this Latin percussion loop that I noticed immediately fit really well. It kind of already grooved with the sample. So that's what we got right here. So on the sample, I just put a little bit of fab filter cutting out the lows, super VHS just with this shape knob, just adding a little bit of bit crushing, a little bit of distortion, then OTT just to make it stand out a little bit more. So those two together, I felt it was already a pretty solid start. So I moved to bass, which is probably my main instrument. It's how I sort of put my ideas out maybe most authentically. So I put down this bass line. And the only thing that one's running through is just the Corey Wong archetype with the wide bass preset. Nothing else, just very simple. Yo, Future Jack here. I just forgot to mention that all the bass that I recorded was done with this Fender Jazz bass right here. To add some harmony off that, I recorded myself playing some bass chords, and I actually double tracked myself similarly to what you'd hear with a guitar, playing one part 2 times and then playing them hard left and right. And then both of those are running through a bus, again just cutting out a little bit of the lows, boosting a bit of the mids, and then just a bit of compression with the CLA 76. And altogether that sounds like this. So then I added a lead, which I saw a lot of people saying that this was guitar, but it's actually just bass again. I pitched it an octave up, and then ran it through a little bit of a Pro R. So this is that lead here. And I doubled that on an Analog Lab synth. The preset is City of the Lost from Arteria Pigments. So I always produce with the drop in mind, and I knew that I wanted this one to be a very steady sort of 4 on the floor type of rhythm. And everybody knows that the secret sauce to any beat battle is obviously count drums. So I found a count kick and a clap, and together that's this. And I layered an Oliver drum loop underneath just to give a little bit more energy. I also side-chained the kick to the percussion loop just a small bit to give it a little bit of motion. So I come from a jazz background, so I always think of sections as A, B, A, and that format actually works really well for beat battles. With the minute time constraint, it's just enough time to sort of get through both sections and have a lot of contrast and texture. So moving into the B section, I just kept the bass chords going, still double tracked, and the way I come up with these is I just play through a few times, just do what feels right, and I'll sometimes even comp in a chord here and there just to add some spice, maybe do just something that I might not have just played originally. Then on top of that is the fun part, which is of course the bass solo, which it's just what I love to do. I also had the percussion coming in, just like sort of slowly building up, building a little bit of tension before the second drop. Very simple, but again, just letting the melody really shine and sort of take the floor. So coming into this second A section, the second drop, I wanted to keep things pretty much the same, so you've still got the same melody coming through from the bass and from the synth. Also added this secondary sparse synth line. Just adds a little bit of extra on that second time around. Alright, and I know what you're all actually here for. So this is a clarinet that I've had since I was about 11 years old. It's not in good shape. You can see that's really not supposed to happen. Like, this part not really supposed to just be able to sort of come off a little bit, and so I kind of gotta like almost hold it together while I'm playing. I need some duct tape. But yeah, I just recorded a couple of clarinet lines, just did what sounded good as like a counter melody to the main one. Added a harmony layer, and then both of those are running through CLA 2A for a little bit of compression. Retro color, which is taking out just a lot of the highs and lows, giving it a little bit of flavor, and Pro R once again. At this point in the battle, I was running out of time, so I just thought, okay, I'm going to throw in a couple transitions, added these chimes, a couple risers, and one small drum fill at the end. On my master, I have Gullfoss, which is just taking out a lot of the built-up frequencies, similar to Soothe. J37 tape on the mastering Fat, Tight, and Open preset. I find this one just makes everything sound warmer, it boosts the mid-range a little bit, just in a very pleasant way. RC20 just for that sweep at the end, and then Classic Clipper, which is squashing the peaks and just making everything sound crispy. That's about all there is to it. I just want to thank Kenny so much for putting these battles together, to all the people who participated for inspiring me so much, really. I left the battle just feeling like, man, just fired up, and it's so inspired by hearing the talent from everybody else, and I really think that's what this is all about. So thank you to everybody involved. I still do have a lot of these pre-made samples just sitting on my computer, so if you'd want me to release those as a sample pack, just let me know in the comments below. And if you don't want me to, well, fuck you, I'm probably just gonna do it anyway. So if you're interested in listening to more of my music, my SoundCloud and my socials are in the description below. Thank you all again. Run it.